Not a lot of people know this, but I'll just look into the camera and I'll look at you too.
Yeah.
I was homeless for a little bit. One thing that definitely helped me, I separated myself. I wasn't afraid to stand out, and I wasn't afraid to look dumb to just do it. I'm a big believer in Christ. I was meant to be set apart and stand apart. And I don't mind standing alone either.
Never heard anybody that has a funding company that actually articulated the way you did.
I can look at you, Paul. I can look at my camera, Emilio, and everybody else and be like, hey, you wouldn't know I'm an introvert. You wouldn't know I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to be uncomfortable to grow.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Level Up Podcast. I'm Paul Alex. Guys, we are ranked #1 in all categories and in business because of you. Thank you for the 4 million downloads in August, right, Emilio? Yes, sir. All right, so we are shooting for 5 million downloads because we are bringing on great guests like our next guest now. Our next guest, he's actually an expert when it comes to credit repair and funding, guys. He has been able to fund people up to $12 million. That's right, $12 million. Everywhere from real estate to entrepreneurship to 9-to-5ers to even our military veterans. Thank you for what you guys do. With that being said, he's been doing credit and funding for the past 3 years. He's 25 years old. Guys, he comes from a background of adversity, okay? And he's been able to go ahead and take that level of experience and make something out of himself. He's living in Las Vegas right now, and he's just an overall great guy. Alex Ruiz, welcome to the show.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, Alex, you're coming from Vegas. How was the plane ride, dude?
It was pretty long. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I had a flight from Vegas to Kansas City, Missouri, and I don't like the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So I was there for like 2 hours, and then I drove here. It was pretty much a flight for like 4 hours.
Yeah. Well, shout out to all my Chief fans, guys. All right. But with that being said, tell us a little bit about your background, brother. Yeah.
So I'm obviously a mix. I'm sure you probably noticed. I come from California, Glendora, California. I'm Hispanic, Spaniard, Italian, Native American, and some type of Filipino.
Oh, yeah. You're a good mixture, brother. Yeah. You're a good mixture. I would say, if I was to first meet you, I'd be like, yeah, this guy's Hispanic for sure.
Yeah.
You habla español?
Poquito.
Poquito?
A little bit. Oh, not fluent. I wasn't taught.
I love it, dude. I love it. So you're 25 years old right now, and you currently live in Las Vegas. And then your niche in your industry that you're dominating right now is credit repair and funding. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I started at 22. I'm about to go into my third year, like you mentioned. It's pretty much just me helping a lot of mortgage lenders, real estate agents, real estate investors.
Yeah.
I help them fix their credit, get them approved for whatever they need, credit cards or business funding. Then from there, I'm just going to be able to open up doors.
Yeah.
Right? Credit just opens up doors.
No, it does. And why are you focusing so much on just the real estate industry portion? Because I know with funding, there's quite a few different funding companies, just like there is quite a few different business consultants in the online space. We know this. Yeah. But specifically with you, I mean, you're part of Sub2 community, which is a Pace Morby community. Pace, he's going to be on the show next week, which is pretty cool. And then one of my other clients, Chris Craig. Shout out Chris. So you join all these different real estate communities. Why? Is there a specific reason?
Yeah, I like to help out a lot of the homeless veterans, or you help them use their VAs to get approved. And also, not a lot of people know this, but I'll just look into the camera and I'll look at you too.
Yeah.
I was homeless for a little bit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I like to give back.
Yeah.
And I like to definitely let them know that it doesn't matter how you start, it's just how you finish.
No, absolutely. And I mean, having a background like that is the reason why, more than likely, why you're so successful right now. And it's because I always tell people this. There's two paths typically that entrepreneurs go to. Right. It's either the path of, you were in a good home, good environment, great parents. They tell you, we love you. Hey, you're going to be the best. Yeah. And then they basically program you to go ahead and be successful in life. But then you have entrepreneurs like us that our background might be okay. There might be some critical incidents that I like to talk about. And then we go through the hardships. And we learn from those hardships and just keep on going, right? We're not comfortable.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Alex. What would you say, to someone who is trying to go ahead and break into the credit repair and funding space? What would be a first couple of steps that they would need to do in order to do that?
For one thing that definitely helped me, I separated myself.
Okay.
For one, I look already different, which helped me out.
Yeah.
Right. Number two is I wasn't afraid to stand out, and I wasn't afraid to look dumb to just do it.
Yeah.
I didn't care what any people think. Just like everything in your channel and your podcast say, right?
Right.
If you want to stand out, you got to look different, and you got to be different because you are set apart.
Yes.
Right. And obviously, I'm a big believer in Christ and in God, so I was meant to be set apart and stand apart.
Yeah.
And I don't mind standing alone either.
Yeah.
I'm definitely an individual, and I'm going to lead you with my story and my testimony and tell you how I did it. But I think it's really big on setting yourself apart and going all in. Like, if you want to take that on, you got to burn the ships.
Yeah. Got to burn the ships, man. I always tell people that.
Yeah.
You got to burn the ships every single time, because if you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you're never going to go in. And then on top of that, people say, well, how come it's not working? Well, dude, because you're not investing enough time in it, right?
Right, exactly.
Do you agree? Yes?
I do.
So, Alex, what would you say is the number one reason why people do not get funding?
That's actually a really great question.
Based on your experience, based on all the people that you help, brother, why don't people qualify to get funding?
Their credit profile is one. And also number two, no patience.
No patience.
No patience, yeah.
Okay, so you dealt with clients that were like, hey, dude, if you can't give me the funding now, I'm not going to go ahead and do business with you?
Yeah, that's a big
That
one.
happens?
That happens a lot.
Wow.
You'd be surprised. Usually the way that this works is, right, if you don't have like the credit like qualifications, you're not going to get funding anyways, right?
Yeah.
But if you do, there's a lot of misconceptions just based on credit and business funding that they think it's just done in 24 hours. It's not, right? You're dealing with obviously major banks. There's private lenders,
Yep.
there's private investors, and there's private companies.
Right.
You have to have patience. It's not done overnight.
So let's talk about that, man. I mean, you get people coming to you for credit repair and funding.
Right.
So what's the actual process? So let's say that I have a credit score of, let's say, 680.
Okay.
Which is like the reason why I say 680, guys, is because I've dealt with so many clients that I know typically it's usually between 680 and 720.
Right.
It's not the best, but it's good enough, right?
Yeah.
So
you're not wrong.
Yeah. So you got me around 680, and I'm like, hey, dude, I need some funding because I want to invest into my first real estate deal, right? Take us through the process. How does that look?
Yeah. So just to clear any misconceptions,
Yeah.
right? The way this looks is a 680 is just a score, right?
Yeah.
That's just your application to put in for funding. The real bread and butter, Paul, is going to be your profile,
Okay.
which is, do you have 10 or more accounts? Do you have at least a 5,000 plus credit card? Do you have more than 5 years of age, right? You have 3 or less inquiries. Do you have any derogatory marks? If you don't have that, that means you either need coaching, credit coaching or authorizations or stuff like that, or you need more credit repair. Got it. Right. So if you don't have that, then obviously that means you're doing something wrong where I can help you out. The brand can help you out. A&R Enterprise can help you out. I can help you out. Right. Then from there, it's going to be, you're going to be filling out an application with me. Right. I'm going to make sure I'm going to get you exactly what you need. It could be a line of credit. It could be a cash flow revenue deal. It could be an SBA loan or anything like that.
Okay.
Right? The whole point is that I open up doors and I can open up any door for you. You just have to have the qualifications to get in.
Okay. So that makes sense. So you educate your clients that come in for credit repair.
Absolutely.
And that makes a lot of sense, man, because I never heard anybody that has a funding company that actually articulated the way you did, which is good. You're breaking it down to me where, dude, I'm not an expert in this, in funding, right? So I learned something new today. So Alex, you've been in the funding and credit repair space for 3 years. What were you doing before that?
I was doing door-to-door selling solar.
Solar.
Yeah.
So let's talk about solar, dude. Now that you did solar, how long were you doing solar for?
Almost 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Would you say that helped you a lot in creating your funding business and your credit repair business, getting like the actual skill set from that?
I would say it actually helped me out being able to present and talk on stage and being able to talk to you.
Okay. So it gave you soft skills.
Give me soft skills, yeah.
Wow.
Actually self-development skills and then obviously life skills, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm an introvert.
Right.
I don't like to talk.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm by myself. I like being quiet and alone.
Same, dude.
Right. So it definitely helped me as far as presenting wise, because I used to be talking really fast, right? Like, like cold calls.
Yeah.
I would blast through the whole script.
Right.
Because I was uncomfortable. But I can look at you, Paul, and I can look at my camera, Emilio, and everybody else and be like, hey, you wouldn't know I'm an introvert. You wouldn't know I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to be uncomfortable to grow.
Right. No, that's good, man. I mean, you need that type of mindset, I believe, in just any aspect of your life. It's just, you got to be able to be uncomfortable to go ahead and grow. And I always tell people that, man, that's the first step. They're like, oh, well, how can I go ahead and start a business? I was like, well, let me ask you, how comfortable are you talking to people? Because every business you're going to start, dude, you have to talk to people, you know? Sales is the number one skill, guys. And if you guys don't believe it, I'm telling you right now, you have to talk to people. Otherwise, how can you go ahead and ask for the sale? Exactly. How can you go and ask people for money? How can you go ahead and provide value, right? It's all through soft skills. So learn it in 2025, guys. So, Alex, you were in solar. How'd you get into solar?
Great question. I got tired of sitting at my crib at I think like 20 or 21 and just playing video games all day. I just wanted to test myself.
You were a gamer?
I was just a gamer, yeah.
I love that.
I was just doing
Call of Duty?
Call of Duty, yeah.
My man.
I was playing Warzone. So I was just playing games all day and I was like, is this really, you know, I just obviously at 21, I was just like, is this really what I'm doing right now at 21? Should I be doing more?
Right.
Right.
What year was the year you were 21?
2021.
So 2021. So in 2021, I think I was probably just I actually broke my first year in being in the online space because I joined April of 2020. So in 2021, that's when I built the first digital company, ETM Together. Yeah, dude, I can't believe 4 years have passed by so fast. That's amazing. So 2021, you're playing video games, and then all of a sudden, is it just one day you're just like, dude, I got to do something?
Pretty much.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just was like, so I ended up playing college for a little bit. I actually played JC. I tore my ACL. I actually had a Division II scholarship, but I tore it my senior year.
You were playing football?
I was playing football, yeah.
What position?
I was a wide receiver,
Nice.
punt and kick returner.
So you're quick.
Yeah, and I used to do track.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Hence why you asked me about did you go running?
Yeah.
I love it. I was just like, I never had anybody ask me that. You know, I'm wearing my workout gear today, guys, being comfortable today. But, okay, Alex. So from that, were you in a relationship at the time?
Yeah, I was.
You were?
Yeah.
Okay. And you I know you mentioned you were in a 5-year relationship. How was that being in a 5-year relationship at that age and not really having, I guess, the proper roadmap yet? How was that with you and your actual spouse at that time, like the dynamic?
Well, for one, right, she was actually an immigrant.
Okay.
Right. So, two, I have a insatiable, like, ambitious drive.
Yeah.
To be like my best self.
Of course.
So at that time when I was 21, I didn't feel like I was being my best self for, like, obviously me, my family, just like how you have that internal fire.
Yeah.
That doesn't go out with like anything.
Right.
I can't handle closing my eyes every single night and not feeling like I did everything possible to win the day.
Yeah. It's a shitty feeling, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because I have 9 siblings, I have a single mom, and we were homeless at the time, right? I took it upon myself mentally to stand out, and that's what made me go into barber school.
Wow.
Right? So I was like, my mom's playing, you know, obviously haircuts are a lot, right? A single mom. Right? I have 9 siblings. Haircuts can be anywhere from $30 to $45 a haircut, right? Yeah. So I took it upon myself to say, Mom, I'm going to go to barber school and I'm going to cut your son's hair.
Right.
Just so you can save money. That's just the type of person that I am.
So you went and you transitioned at that time from solar into barber school. And then while you're at barber school, how did you feel when you were there? Were you there, you know, just saying like, hey, I really want to go in on this? Or were you just doing it just to do it?
I was more doing it just to gain the skill. But also, what really I didn't open up my mind to, but what I was learning very quickly, because I'm a very fast learner.
Yeah.
More personality, right? Yeah. Be personable, right? And also just having the life skills to talk to somebody that you don't know.
Exactly.
shake their hand.
It's
right,
huge.
they're in a chair for like 40 minutes, so I can talk about whatever I want.
It's huge.
Right, so I was still doing solo at the time. So I'm like, hey, how high is your bill right now for electricity?
So you were you were doing the barber school. They're at the chair, and then you're like, okay, let me swing this to see if they need solar.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
right.
I love that.
So I was doing that. Also, I was swinging. I was learning about credit at the time. That's where it got me introduced to this space.
How did you learn about credit?
Well, I was in a mentorship.
Okay.
Also, I was reading.
So you invested in yourself.
Yeah.
What was your first? Was it a course or a book or a community? What was it?
It was a community.
It was a community.
Yeah.
What type of community was it? Do you mind sharing?
Yeah, it was called CEO Academy.
Oh, CEO Academy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How much did you invest to get into that?
15,000.
So 15,000. And what were, I guess, the deliverables that they were going to offer you?
They were gonna help me build my brand, my LLC, my website, and obviously help me make sales.
So like more like a digital consulting offer.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So I
That's
invested into that,
Yeah.
but guess what? I also invested into barber school.
cool. Okay, so you invested into two things.
Yeah.
What would you say, because you have the experience, Alex, what would you say of trying to do two things at the same time now that you have the experience? Good idea, bad idea?
Good idea if you're young, bad idea in the long run.
Why is that?
Why? Because you're split apart and you're not fully committed.
So you're not burning the boats.
You're not burning the bullets.
I love that.
Right.
Okay. That's good.
I'm obviously 25 and I say that very young, but I have a lot of experience just in life, just because I come from a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
But also,
You're moving fast, dude.
Yeah, I move very
you're,
quickly.
You're moving fast, and I see that. Through your story. You invest in yourself. Did you ever have any friends, or anyone in your life ever tell you like, "Hey, courses are scams"?
no, not really. Even if they did, I wouldn't listen. To be honest.
I love that. I remember the first time I invested ever in my very first course. This was back in 2020, and it was more towards digital marketing. And I remember it was called Digital Millionaire.
Yeah.
It was the book, and then they had the program. So when I had bought, I spent $10,000. And that was the actual first course. But the first time I ever invested in actual self-education was with my mentor, who showed me my first niche, which was ATMs at the time. Invested $1,000 with him.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, dude, just call me whenever. And I considered that mentorship, right? Back when I was growing up, dude, when I was around your age, I never considered anyone guided me or giving me advice, mentorship. But now I like the fact that people are like, yeah, that's an actual mentor, dude. Like, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So that's good, man. So you invested in yourself, and do you consistently believe in like leveling up your education as you go?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, also, if you were playing for, like, let's say a gym membership and you don't show up, you're just wasting money.
Same. Yeah.
Right? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But also, you got to apply it, what you're learning, right? Because if you're just overthinking everything,
Yeah.
you're going to have analysis paralysis.
I love that.
Right? Which I read your book on, which is very good, actually, by the way. So it was very big. I didn't have that. I didn't overthink anything. When I committed to something, I commit.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to be all in, which is why my mindset is very much burn the ships.
Yeah.
Then you take the island.
Yeah. No, you definitely do, man. And I learned that, building my first business, dude, as a side hustle, right? I had a lot of friends that were like in crypto. I had a lot of friends that were in real estate. I had a lot of friends that were like, dude, become a slumlord. And I'm like, dude, I just want to do this first, and then I'll do that.
Yeah.
And that was just the way my mind has always been, dude, because like I was never like such a great multitasker unless I was forced to. And when you're the police, guys, they make you do multiple things, obviously, especially on your day-to-day. You're driving a car. You're on the phone. You're on the laptop.
Right.
You're on the radio. You probably are chasing somebody. Like, dude, you're doing so many things at the same time. I've always been a man of just one thing and just locking it down, focus, and just dominate. So I agree with you, dude. I agree. If you're a beginner right now, and let's say you were in either my position or Alex's position, like, and you're just starting right now, and you're just like, dude, I don't know what I want to do with my life. Like, I don't know if this is the right path. Well, ask yourself a couple questions, right? Number one, are you passionate about it? Can you see yourself doing it in the next 5 years? Okay? Because here's the thing. There is such a thing as burnout. There is such a thing as not being motivated. There is such a thing as just doing the niche or whatever it is that you're doing, and then people can see right through it. But when you're passionate about it, it fulfills you guys, dude. It changes the game. People can see it, right?
Absolutely.
And especially because we're in a trust era now. We're in a trust era where you have to build trust. So let's talk about personal branding, dude.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So I know that you're you currently through 2 in-person events.
Yep.
And what was your reasoning behind starting to do in-person events?
I wanted to see people in person and who I was working with, but why should I work with them? Right? Because everybody's like, why should I work with Paul?
Right.
But Paul brings all the value. Paul brings all the game.
Yeah.
Paul brings experience.
Yeah.
And that can transcend anybody, right?
Right.
For me, it was who am I bringing in? Who's my audience, right? And I started noticing it was
Who's your
mortgage
avatar?
lenders. Yeah.
Yeah.
I started noticing it was mortgage lenders, car salesmen, solar companies, and also just individual business owners or entrepreneurs that was coming to my events.
Pretty cool.
Right. So I was like, I have what they need. I have solutions. Come get the solution.
Yeah.
You just got to show up. I don't charge any tickets.
Right.
Come learn. I teach about credit and business funding, trade lines, authorized users, all that stuff. So if I'm bringing the value, you're going to come and get it. But I want to know why you're in this room and why you want to talk to me.
Right.
What's your why?
So when you promote this, right? You're promoting this on like social media?
Yeah.
Or how did you, I guess, get the process of doing live events?
Well, to honestly tell you the truth, I met with this guy named Teacup. His name is Losbaldo. He had a story that really resonated with me. He was homeless for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then he ended up making $15 million in his first year in entrepreneurship.
Wow.
Okay. So I met him in LA. But once he told me that if I was to go into your niche or in your space, I would dominate just because I throw events. Once he said that,
Stuck with you.
clicked with me in my head.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm a part of a bunch of different communities. I'm going to throw my first event. So I threw it the very next month.
I love that.
Yeah.
You just took imperfect action.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it happen.
Exactly. And so I put it on Luma, I put it on Eventbrite, and then I put it all over my social media. I send it out to all I think I'm a part of 7 or 8 different communities. Big turnout.
You got to use your network, man.
Yeah.
What would you say is some advice for somebody who is trying to join some communities to go ahead and network? What would be your advice now that you're part of so many?
What would be my advice if they're trying to join any networking?
Yeah, like what would be the right approach? Would you say stick with one niche? Would you say know who your audience is?
Yeah.
Would you say hey, be intentional and add value when you go to these communities so you're able to go ahead and build relationships? You're part of many communities now,
Right.
and you've been able to host 2 successful events. You're about to host your 3rd one. So what's some word of advice for someone who is looking to join communities?
Can I tell you something crazy?
Yeah, sure.
I go after the big dog there.
Yeah.
Kind of like how I met you in LA,
Yeah,
where I said, hey, Paul, you had no idea who I was,
yeah,
but I shook your hand
yeah.
and I had a 5-minute conversation with you.
Yeah, you did.
Right. So I honestly, what I do is I kind of study who's throwing the event.
Got it.
Right. For one, if you study him, you'll know exactly who he is attracting.
Yep.
And I knew exactly who you were attracting.
Yeah.
But also I'm a part of Cash Swipe community. So that's one. And then for 2, if I was to barely go into a new event, I would talk to the big dog there, which is the owner or the one that's hosting it, introduce myself.
Smart.
Set myself apart.
Yeah.
Right. From there, I'm going to talk to whoever his number 2 is, whoever I see him standing around with. Number 3, number 4, I'm just going to keep going down the ladder.
Yeah.
That is how I got into these rooms.
I love that. I love that, man.
So I was never afraid to if let's say, I'm sure you're probably not afraid to walk up to Jeff Bezos. If I saw Jeff Bezos, I'm going to walk up to him.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to shake his hand, introduce myself. And he's going to be like, who is this person with all these tattoos coming up to me?
Right.
But I'm going to leave an impression.
Yeah, of course.
Same thing I did on you.
No, that's good, man. And that's I think that's the right approach, man. You number one, you can't be scared. And I know all of us at a certain point in our lives, we're scared to go ahead and take action, right?
Yeah.
That's just we're human, dude. But I agree, man. I remember when I was 18, and I started throwing nightclubs. A lot of people don't know I used to throw nightclubs. And these nightclubs, guys, I wasn't throwing small nightclubs. No, I was throwing like, 1,000, 1,500 people every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But the only reason why I was able to do that is because I actually met with the event organizers at my first initial events that I used to go to when I was 18. And I would ask them questions, and I would say like, hey, I want to provide value. I'll be your like camera guy. Buy a camera and start taking photos of the event goers, and then I would load them up on MySpace, and people would download them. Yeah. And that was my value. That's how I learned the game. Yeah. Right? So same thing, man. You're analyzing people that are already doing it, and then you're just basically taking the processes and you're doing it yourselves. That's perfect, dude. Yeah. I love that. You know,
I'm a very much like obviously like any job, right? You're gonna learn on the go,
of course.
But I learn also by watching.
Of course.
By also seeing it done in front of my face, and then I can pick it up very quickly.
Yeah, you got to be a student of the game, dude. Yeah. A lot of people, I feel like a lot of people, once they get to a certain level in life, they go ahead and they just say, oh, well, I already know everything. And then they don't want to go ahead and, let's say something happens with the event that they're throwing. They're like, well, why didn't it go right? Well, dude, if you don't go ahead and ask the people that have already done it, how are you supposed to know?
Exactly.
Right? And this is actually the shortcut to success, right? I'm pretty sure all the communities that you're a part of, all the programs that you're a part of, all the self-education that you invested into, Alex, I mean, it's helped you take a shortcut to success, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. That's
absolutely.
Remarkable.
It's what got me from contentment, from where I was at 21, where I was like, is this really where I'm at right now? Mm-hmm. Is this like my reality? Right
yeah.
now? And I was like, why not test myself?
Right.
Why not self-develop? Mm-hmm. And then keep growing from there, and then everything else just compounded over time.
No, absolutely, man. I'm a big believer. Your network is your net worth, right, brother?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, man. All right, cool. So where do you see yourself taking your actual business in credit repair and funding in the next 2 years?
Next 2 years?
Yeah, man.
I see myself talking on bigger stages.
Yeah. What is your vision? What type of stages? Whose stage? How many people? Where do you see yourself?
Okay, that's a good question. No one's ever actually asked me that. I would say honestly, the biggest stage I would want to be at is, I would say Dallas Stadium is one, or just being able to travel around the world, tell my story. Yeah. Right. Tell my story of where I grew up from, Glendora, California, what I grew up with, and where I am now. Yep. I wasn't given a shortcut. There was nobody supporting me. Right. I was 21. Yeah. I didn't know what I wanted to do at the time of my life when I was 21, but I know I wanted to do something great. Yep. But due to me saying, "Oh, this is where I'm going to be at," do I see myself here in the next 5 years? Right. Or I didn't. I want to say probably the highest point of right now of my life is talking to you.
Oh. Appreciate that. Yeah.
So another one, I would say the next 2 years, I would say a big goal just on the spot would be speaking at bigger events with 1,000 people in it.
I think it's very possible.
Yeah.
I think it's very possible.
I think I can definitely do that. Probably in the year.
Oh, 100%, dude. You just got to go out and put yourself out there and, tell your story a little bit more, work on your $1 million story. And I think anything's possible, bro. I mean, shoot. I never thought that I was going to do stages, but I got the invite from a friend, and dude, it was a game changer. I'm like, dude, this is amazing, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
It's amazing. Different energy when you're talking in front of a lot of people, right? Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it's different.
So I know you'll dominate, man. All right. So this is the Level Up podcast, as you know, Alex, and we help a lot of people with mindset, dude. That's why a lot of people tune in. Okay. So with that being said, let's say you're going to have about 4 million downloads on this episode by the end of this year. What do you have to say to my listeners and viewers right now on how they can level up from your experience?
I would say have a game plan, have a foundation. Right? So my foundation, just if you were to take anything off of me, it is foundation has to be God. You have to have a relationship with God. There's nothing that you can build on if God is not involved and you are not fully committed. Right? Number 2, I would say it's journaling. Right, write down your thoughts, good days and bad days. You have a track record of what you're going through, right? Kind of like a Kaizen journal.
Yeah,
right.
Love that.
I would say number 3 is go to the gym. Yeah, sweat. I literally thought he came back from running, so I was like, oh, he's sweating for sure. Yeah. Right. So I would say go to the gym, look fit, dominate the field, right? You set yourself apart. Someone knows based off your consistency in your business that you work out.
Yep.
Right? Paul works out. I work out, right? You just couldn't tell because I have a sleeper build. I would say number 4.
Yeah.
I would say read a book. Keep investing in yourself, right? You are your own biggest investment, right? Just like you are.
Yeah. No,
right. And then number 5, I would say make sure you check up on the ones I would say that got lost along the way.
Yeah. That's huge, man. That's huge. It's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't save everyone, but you can definitely check up on them.
Yeah. Dude, I always say something like this. When people know they have to level up, the hardest thing to do is to let go of people that you know are holding you back, bro.
That was a big one for me.
It's huge. It was big for me, bro.
Yeah.
I had to let go of a lot of family.
Yeah.
And it sucks. This is family that, you know, I was raised with. I had good times with in my 20s. Like we're talking about, we would go out, have beers, and like, go to all these Giants games, baseball games, and I don't even talk to them anymore because guess what? They didn't want to level up when I asked them. I was like, yo, join me in the journey. Mm-hmm. They were like, no, we're comfortable doing this. Hey, dude, I'm sorry. I can't save you. I got to go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So if you guys are listening to this and you guys feel like you're stuck, look, here's some knowledge from Alex and me. Change your environment. Change your environment for 1 year. See how much you're going to grow. I guarantee you will grow massively, guys, okay? Because everything you listen to, who you're around, and what you watch is very vital to your future at any age. Absolutely. I don't care what age you are.
Absolutely.
You know, I've even had my parents stop watching the media so much. And their mindset has changed because it's just consistent fear. That's it. Consistent fear and drama. We don't need that in our life. We need to level up. With that being said, Alex, where can my audience find you, brother?
Yeah, you can find me at my Instagram. It's I am Robert Alex Ruiz. You can also find me at my events. So I post them every single time. Also, even by my number Gmail as well.
Yeah, awesome, brother. And then also, if anybody needs credit repair and funding, can they also hit you up on your DMs, or do they go to a specific website or anything?
Yeah, I have a website, but I would say DMs, or I also provide my business phone number as well.
Okay, cool. And we'll make sure to get the information and drop it down in the bio as well. Yeah. Guys, there you have it. Alex Ruiz, he's been able to do over $12 million in funding and credit repair for his clients in the past 3 years. He's taking being in very difficult situations, setbacks, absolutely everything, even being homeless, to transitioning now to being a successful entrepreneur in the funding and credit repair space. Guys, share this with a friend that you care about that's going through a rough time. This story might change their life. You never know, okay? It's about leveling up you, your mindset, and the people around you. With that being said, leave a 5-star review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Guys, we are trying to hit 5 million in September of 2025. Thanks to you guys, the viewers. With that being said, my name is Paul Alex. This is The Level Up. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.